Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the elect of the nation of Israel. This is your brother Ayash Gabar from the GMS Virginia camp, coming at you with another short lesson that I pray that you find edifying. So while looking for a lesson, to edify on, I came across, this website, Kehu.com, and I wanted to get into the, the new thing that's happening right now, that's going on in one of the northern states. So I'm going to use somewhat of a code language type thing, to get the point across, because it's a lot. Because, this devil might bring this up as misinformation as illustrated on the screen here. So even though, the news is reporting on this website has it as like a false case, as in false information or misinformation. So I'm going to read the article, and as I said, you can read along, and you just fill in the blanks. And it reads, no, blank lung syndrome is not a new illness spreading in the U.S. That state county is reporting an uptick in pediatric pneumonia cases, but aren't the result of the new illness called the blank syndrome, as a viral post claims. So the author is Megan Lowe, and it was published December 1st, 2023, and it reads, respiratory illnesses such as the flu, RSV, and the C19 often circulate more frequently during the fall and winter months. But a viral social media post suggests that a new and unknown respiratory illness called the blank syndrome is spreading throughout the world, including the U.S. The mystery pneumonia affecting small ones ripped through Moab's land and also parts of Europe is reportedly now in Babylon the Great. Conservative activist and radio talk show host Charlie Kirk wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter. Kirk claimed a county in one of these states, you could read it there, has recorded this many people with this blank syndrome in small ones since August. Some news headlines have also linked the pediatric pneumonia outbreaks in the U.S. and beyond to blank syndrome. So, they're already out there trying to cast this out as false information, but like whatever is going on is actually affecting the people. Long story short, call it what you want to. Salakia. Call it what you want to. It's affecting the people, and things are happening. And these types of pestilences is going to bring about another LD. When I say LD, I mean another lockdown. So, you just need to prepare yourself for what's coming, because there's going to be a lot of deaths. There's going to be a lot of sicknesses. There's going to be a lot of pestilence. All these things that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai told us what's going to happen in its entirety is about to happen. You know, especially into the nation of Israel. Now, don't get me wrong, the other nations are going to go through it too, but in the eyes of the Lord, they don't matter. You know, it's all about Jacob. You know, it's all about the 12 tribes. You know, so at this point, we really don't have any concern for what happens to the other nations. You know, so, you know, these people are going to try to bring about hate speech and misinformation and this, that, or the other, but the fact of the matter the fact of the matter is that people are dying, more people are going to die, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is just sending out judgment. Long story short, even though that they don't understand what's going on, that's what's going on. So I'm gonna break out a precept and get into a few scriptures and close out. I'm gonna start off with the book of Ezekiel, chapter 5 and verse 17. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring a sword upon them. I, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, have spoken it. So these are the beginnings of sorrows. You know, these pestilences that's coming is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said that he will send a famine. You know, and that famine comes in two parts. You know that famine is going to come dealing with the staff of bread, and it's also going to come with not being able to hear the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua when shit hits the fan. You know, he's going to send evil beasts, to tear, So for all these people who have pit bulls and Rottweilers and, lions, tigers, and bears, it's going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to feed these animals. And these animals are going to revert back to their natural instinct, and quite honestly, they're going to look at you as an MRE, a meal ready to eat. And with the overabundance of wicked people in the world, these beasts won't fall short of having a quick meal, And they shall bereave thee, and the pestilences is gonna be great, you know what I'm saying? Because you're about to have blackouts, you're about to have an economical collapse, you're about to have, these diseases and, issues within the flesh. You're about to have all types of things happen that fall under pestilences, So all these things are about to fall, or all these things are about to befall the nation of Israel, And blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring a sword upon thee, and the sword, as is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's wicked stick. The sword is that wicked, Esau Edom, as well as you 2/3 Jakes, You fall under that as well. Because you Jakes without faith of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're going to do just what the devil, you're going to do just what the devil's doing. You're going to move cardinally in the world, and by that you're going to be put to death, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has spoken it. Look, man, this ain't no joke. This ain't no game. All of these things are happening, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is making moves in the earth. So here it is. We're in the cusp of World War III. Now, we know that the MOTB has got to happen before that, but still, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is setting these things up, the way that he said that he would set it up. Everything is happening, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has his hand stretched out still. His prophets are still out there on the highways and byways, teaching, preaching, and warning you Jakes to prepare yourself for what's coming. Because when this next knockdown happens, you're not going to be able to go down to the store to go get what you want. when this next lockdown happens, you're going to treat it as if it's a joke, but you're actually going to start to see people just drop dead. And at that point, you're going to look at it as being something serious, not realizing that all of this stuff was planned from the very beginning. The book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest was blinded. The election have obtained salvation through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But you 2/3, man, you're just blinded, by your lusts in this world, and you just don't see what's happening around you. Verse 8, according as it is written, the Most High has given them the spirit of slumber. And that's what you Jakes are doing. You're sleeping on what's going on. There was a phrase that used to be said back in the day. What's the phrase that used to be said? You slept on that. In other words, you didn't see it coming, although everybody else saw it coming. You got caught slipping. And that's what's about to happen with a lot of Jakes. They're about to get caught sleeping on these prophetic events. Eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this very day. So not only were you in that same slumber state back in the day, you're in that same slumbering state within your reincarnation, even until this day. Because you refuse to hear true wisdom. You refuse to hear about your true power, because somehow, some way, you seem to think that the information that's being told to you is a lie. But you're about to find out. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 62. These things have I not showed unto all men. So, these prophecies wasn't shown to all men, which is probably a part of the reason why 2/3 of you Jakes refuse to understand, because you weren't given the understanding of, the scriptures. So being that you weren't given the understanding of the scriptures, you refuse to believe the scriptures. So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai have not shown these prophecies unto all men, but unto thee and a few like thee. So only a few men, the elect, can see exactly what's happening in the world. And, the beautiful thing about it is the elect sees it in unison. The elect sees what's going on eye to eye. All the elect men are one through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. To see exactly what's happening filtered through the scriptures. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai commanded us to stand upon our watch, and also to give the people warning from him about these upcoming calamities, so that way when they happen, you're at fault. You've been warned. You've been told exactly what's about to happen, but you refuse to listen. The book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such, be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. And that's what these Edomites have done. They've broken their covenant. They've actually begun to wage war, or they've always waged war against the nation of Israel. But now it's about to get to the point where this devil is about to come down having great wrath, because he know that he had but a short time. You know, these pestilences is nothing short of what this devil is doing to destroy the people. You know, it's nothing short of it. And when you go down to Egypt for help, then your ass is grass. He hath put forth his hands against such that be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. And, you know, that's that brotherly covenant. You know, because this devil is pissed. The words of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. You know, so you're about to enter into a campaign that would soothe you into trusting him. You're about to enter into a campaign that's going to try to get you jakes, you know, to not rebel. You know, you're about to enter into a campaign that's about to punish you for your rebellion. You know, because he's going to talk to you with smooth words, but if you go off and not agree with what he's got going on, then war is in his heart, war is in his mind. So, you know, truth be told, you know, this devil has a plan for if you agree with him, and he has a plan for if you don't agree with him. Either way you cut the cake, you're in his hands. You know, if that's your lot. But his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. You know? And what you're starting to see also is that, you know, this devil is going for broke. You know, this devil is almost at the point where it's like no holds barred. You know, he's going to say what he wants to say and how he wants to say it to get his point across, because, you know, he's running short on time. You know, a lot of people are starting to wake up, you know, to what he's doing and what he's been doing, and also what he's about to do. A lot of people of his own nation are starting to realize that they've been duped out of an inheritance that was supposed to have been spread between his people. And a lot of them have been jerked out of their true wealth. And they're about to flood. They're about to lose their fucking wig when they realize that they've been doing things that they didn't have to do just to appease a minority that is out for total control and total power. You know? What was I at? The book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 22. And this is what we are to do. Cast thy burdens upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he shall sustain thee. So don't worry about, you know, what this devil's going to do tomorrow, and or what he got planned for today, and any of that bullshit. You know, cast your burdens upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, I tell people this all the time. Just let it go. You know, as much as I try to let it go, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know, I try to pass on that same information, because there's nothing we can do. You know, this is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's movie. This is his operation. You know, and if you actually think that you're able to change anything, you're actually fighting against the pricks. You're actually going against the Lord. Nah, not at all. Because you got to realize, whatever you're going through, it's the Lord that's putting you through it. And whatever you get out of any situation, you got to realize that it's the Lord that got you out of that situation. A man's going is of the Lord. How can he then understand his way? So once you understand that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is in control of all things, then what are you worried about? What are you worried about? You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing you could do at that point is pray that, you know, the Lord has mercy upon you. So that's why it's a good thing, you know, to cast your burdens upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and pray that he does not deliver you into the hand of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's a good thing in order for you to do the work. You know, it's a good thing for you to do the work, as he commanded you to do. Because the scriptures also state that you have to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. So a lot of people, a lot of the 2/3 don't understand that premise. They seem to think that when Jacob's trouble happens, they're going to be able to get out of it based on their own steam. And I say nay. Without that hedge of protection through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're screwed. Period, point blank. So I'm going to read verse 22 again. Cast that burden upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So, if you know that, then during the time of Jacob's trouble, we should be comforted in these words. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is a man that he should not lie. So these words are comforting unto the hopeful elect, or to the elect, as I pray that I am one of those men. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing to actually be a part of this. So going down to verse 23. But thou, O power, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out their days, but I will trust in thee. So even though these pestilences are coming forth by the wicked, which Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is in control of all things, but even though the wicked is bringing about these pestilences and this propaganda and this false information, I guess that's propaganda and stuff like that, but still, even though this devil is bringing all this stuff out, the righteous shall not be moved, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said that he shall save thee, so we have to maintain our faith in what the Lord said that he would do for his servants. The book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 13, and it reads, because it's about to get bad out here, it's about to get ugly, a lot of stuff is happening at one time, so much so that it's almost overwhelming, the amount of things that's happening at one time, to actually have a firm grip on the information that's happening at any one time, because everything is constantly changing, it's constantly moving, but the hopeful elect, i.e. the elect, has to maintain a certain mindset, has to maintain a certain order, has to be diligent in making this calling and election sure. We are not to be like the 2/3 that's running around, that's going to be dealing with, these type of pestilences. Now, the elect do go through their afflictions in the flesh. We most certainly do. But through much prayer and supplication, we hope, in the mercies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And quite frankly, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua hasn't let me down, not one bit. So I'm going to read this last verse, and I'm going to close out on that. And it reads, or the book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. So we're supposed to walk a certain way. We're supposed to have the confidence of the protection of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We're supposed to have that We're supposed to have that very strong confidence that we're the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Period, point blank. That's what it accounts to. You know, your faith, the level of your faith is dependent upon the confidence in what you believe in. You know, when you read the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 1, you know, that's a level of confidence that's built upon your faith. Or should I say, your faith is built upon your level of confidence. You know, so if your confidence level in the scriptures in which you've been reading and what you've been doing and what you believe in is great, then your faith is great. You know, and you have to honestly believe that. You have to earnestly believe in everything that the Lord says, because in a time of trouble, we are told not to faint. You know, faint not in a time of trouble. So when these pestilences come, albeit diseases, famines, power outages, or even persecution, we are to faint not in the time of trouble. You know, and we're also not to haste in the time of trouble as well. Let the Lord do his work. We are commanded to wait upon him. And that's just what we're going to do. Or that's just what the elect are going to do. You know? So, you know, I pray that you found this lesson edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I wanted to bring out this new issue that, you know, is springing up, you know, in the media. And with that, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the elect of the nation of Israel. And to the next lesson, Adawam Ratazah Wa Shalom.